Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray on ESPN 790 AM, brought to you proudly by the Tennessee Wildlife and Resources Agency.
Hey, welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray. We talk every Saturday morning here in Memphis on our flagship station, ESPN AM 790, 92.9 HD FM. And all you folks in Brownsville on 1520 AM and 95.3 FM, and, of course, in Jackson on News Talk 101.5, which I'm assuming is where Dave Gabbert can hear the show. I guess you can pick up 101.5, can't you, Dave? I mean,
oh, yeah. It comes in. You'd be surprised the number of people in this area that listen to it.
Well, I don't want to be surprised. You know, I like to be happy about that, you know. And I know there's a lot of truck drivers right now heading down Interstate 55.
You know, and I know they're out there and they go, you know, he sounds taller on the radio.
That sounds taller. Yeah. Well, we're going to talk about a tall event that's coming up again this December. 31 years. And that really ages me because I was there when it started, when I was writing for the Commercial Appeal as the outdoor editor. And I can still remember those days when it got started and what it's become now, and that is the Arcabutler Lake Physically Challenged Deer Hunt. And as my good friend Gene Smith said, he didn't know there were any deer that were physically challenged.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
But I said, no, it's not the deer. It's the people that come every year for this event, and we're really happy to have on with us this morning a couple of guys who are very familiar with this event, and of course that is Rob Hoff of the Arcabutler Lake Field Office. He is a Natural Reserve Specialist Ranger, and right in there with him is Chris Gurner, and both of these guys are highly involved in this special event. And I know that Rob, we'll start with you, then work Chris in there because you've been involved with this thing, I know, but you're the man. I mean, you know, this will be your second year overseeing the hunt, but you really got some ties to Arcabutler Lake, don't you?
Yes, sir. I actually live in Arcabutler, Mississippi, and I've been working at Arcabutler Lake now for about 13 years.
And this event, being the head man behind it, it's not an easy thing to pull off. I mean, the first hunt, 1990. I was the outdoor editor to the Commercial Appeal at that time. You got your area, Chris, where you've set aside. This is a management hunt, right, Chris? That you guys use.
That's correct. It is.
And a lot of people wonder, well, no one else hunts this area, right, Chris? I mean, this is an area that's only hunted during these two hunts coming up.
Well, we've got some other archery hunts around the area.
Yeah.
As well coming up. But the deer population has been pretty steady in this area. And
this is the primitive weapon. But Rob, I know that the dates this year, folks, are December 3rd, 4th, and 5th, and December 10th, 11th, and 12th. And Rob, I noticed that you guys have added a new group of people to this event, which I think is really super. Tell us, besides when you go back to the quadriplegic, the paraplegic, the ambulatory, with the use of leg braces or crutches, you've got another category. Rob, what is that?
That's right. We are accepting disabled veterans this year, which we've always accepted and encouraged disabled veterans to help out or to come out to the hunt. But this year, we're just trying to emphasize the importance of it and encourage more of our veterans to come out and participate in this hunt
and be a part of it. And I know that this is not an easy thing to pull off, guys. I mean, it's not easy. You need volunteers. I know I used to write about, hey, I need help. These guys need help. I mean, because you can't do it with Rob and Chris, right? I mean, you need help, and so talk about that. How important, Rob, are the volunteers?
Well, that's really the beef of getting this event off the ground is the volunteers. I mean, we have some ranger staff, besides myself and Chris that are out there working and getting hunters to and from the stand, but we rely heavily on volunteers to cook. We provide 3 meals a day to these guys, all the hunters. So we're always needing volunteers to help cook. We need volunteers to help skin the deer and process the deer after the hunters harvest them. We need volunteers besides the ranger staff to help get hunters to and from the stand. And a lot of times, some of these hunters will actually just need volunteers to sit out in the stand with them.
Yes, they will.
And help them with some needs that they may have while they're out there in the stand. So volunteers are crucial.
And Chris, tell us from your perspective. I can know that some of the guys that have been there have come and no longer able to come. We've lost a lot of these guys that came every year, but I can remember when this thing started. Hunter, what was his name? My mind's gone. Dean Hunter, is that right? Wasn't Dean the guy that was around when it started, type thing?
Yes, sir, that's correct. He's the one that started the event.
Yeah, and started the event. And you guys get as much out of it just because to see these people come. And if you think, folks, you got, I don't think I'd make it through the day because my foot hurts, or my toenails are too long. These guys are inspirations that participate. These guys and gals are inspirations, aren't they, Chris?
Yeah, and Larry, really what you're saying is true. It just emphasizes the fact that you can really do anything. And a lot of these folks have some severe mobility issues, but they don't let that stop them.
Right.
And like Rob said a little earlier, the volunteer participation that we have is vital to this event. So when you have challenges like some of the participants have, getting them out there, being there with them is rewarding both to the volunteers and to the hunters. You really do develop a relationship with a lot of the people that are involved in this.
Because Dave Gabbard, you've heard about this event, and it attracts people from all over the area here and far away sometimes. What does this kind of event mean to you, Dave, as being a former TWRA wildlife officer and information man?
Well, it just shows that just because you have a disability, the outdoors, you shouldn't be shut out from it.
That's
right. And then when you got the volunteers and the people that are willing to go that extra mile, to make sure that's available to people. And besides, from a wildlife manager point of view, hey, that's a good management tool.
It is. That is.
Anybody, so
anybody can say, that you can do this. And one of the things, Rob, on this thing, and you've been assistant, as you say, for 13 years, but your second year here to oversee the hunt, you enable these guys. What's the cost of it for them?
It's absolutely nothing.
Free. I like that. I mean, so they're given their time to get there. So you have a registration time. So, Chris, or Rob, give it to me. When do they need to get their applications in, and how do they sign up for this?
So they need to get their applications in by November 5th at 3 o'clock. That's the close of when I no longer accept applications. And there's several different ways that you can get an application. I can mail it to you. I can email it to you. I can send it in Facebook Messenger. So there's lots of different ways to get access to me. you can call the office, my office, and like I said, I can mail it out or email it or however, or you can drop by the office and pick it up. So there's several different ways.
We'll have all this posted, folks, on lroutdoors.com. That Arkell Butler Lake office number, 662-562-6261. I can't even remember that without looking it up. I don't know why I can't remember my age a lot of times, but somehow that number just pops off from all the years that I've been doing this. And we said these are 2 hunts, Chris, right? I mean, you'll move different groups in, and they'll hunt. How many? What's the policy that they'll hunt, and what's the bag limit here they've got?
Yeah, Rob can speak to that a little better, but
Rob,
you're right. It is 2 separate weekends.
All right, Rob, tell us.
Yeah, that's right. It's the December 3rd through 5th and 10th through 12th. And each hunter is allowed to harvest 1 legal buck and 3 does per hunt.
Per hunter. And you will get, what's the furthest one, Rob, you can remember? Where do they come from? Where do most of these hunters come from?
Most of them are pretty central to the southeast, Mississippi, Arkansas, Tennessee, Louisiana.
Okay.
We've gotten some from Texas, California, Utah, several different states. So the word is spreading.
I think you guys have laid the foundation for other events of this type. I may be wrong there, but I don't, when it was started, you were a mecca, and now what you guys have done, I think, has helped spread the word for other people. So it's just an amazing event, folks. Again, that's the Arkell Butler Lake Physically Challenged Deer Hunt. We wanted to get Rob Hoff and Chris Gurner on the line with us this morning. We will touch base with you again before that November 5th deadline, and then for sure during the event itself. Folks, if you're in a pity patty about what's life turned for you, this is a place that you need to be. I mean, they have great, as Rob put it in his note to me, delicious meals. He didn't just say we have meals. I mean, they have delicious meals. There's campfires around, talking around the campfire. It's like a reunion down there. So I'm just glad you guys are putting it on. Keep doing it. And thank you, Chris. Thank you, Rob, for being with us on Outdoors with Larry Ray today. And we'll stay in touch, guys, okay?
Thank you, Larry.
Thank you, Chris.
Thank you, Larry.
Thank you, Rob. We'll stay in touch. Y'all have a great day, all right?
You know, the good thing about a handicapped hunter, once he's in the woods, he's pretty well equal to everybody else. All you do is sit there.
They can do that better than anybody.
Amen.
Yes. All right, we'll be right back. Outdoors with Larry Ray.